Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a review of the Balenciaga Neo City Clutch. I really love this bag. You guys know I am a self-professed big bag girl. So carrying a mini to small bag has definitely been a struggle for me. I like to carry everything in the kitchen sink. When I leave my house, I like to be prepared for whatever the day may bring. Carrying smaller bags has definitely been a struggle for me. This one is great because you're actually able to carry a lot more than you would think. Like, this looks like it's a tiny bag, but it definitely conceals a lot more than you'd think. So this is a great one. I especially love the price point. I think that this bag retails for $975, and I think that just generally a lot of the designers are making, they do make small accessories around that price point, but when it comes to bags that are under $1,000, I think that there is a lot to be desired. If you saw my last video, it was a roundup of my favorite bags under the $2,500 mark. This was one of the ones that I featured, and today's video is going to be just a more in-depth review. By the way, if you're watching this in March or April 2022, then I just want to let you know that I have a 15% off coupon code at FARFETCH. That would bring this bag down to about $828. This bag gives you a lot more for your money. It cuts just under the $1,000 mark, but it actually is a full leather bag. There's not a whole lot of skimping that you have to do. In today's video, I'm just going to show you all the perks, all the things that I think are great about this bag, and a couple of the drawbacks. So if you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Katherine, and my channel is KWSHOPS. I mainly focus on the pre-loved luxury resale market. I've worked in the industry for a very long time, and on my channel I give you all of my tips and insights and stuff that I've just seen, and just information that I can share just from having access to all of it firsthand. So if you'd like to know more about the luxury resale industry, if you'd like to have more info on what makes a better buy in the long term, then definitely stick around. I'd love to have you back, so please hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up. I love to do bag reviews, and let's get started on this one. So as a self-professed big bag girl, I'm just going to show you some of the things also that I have in my wardrobe and in my collection that make carrying mini bags a little bit easier and more attainable to suit my needs. I've said before, I'm not really into the tiny bag craze. For me, bags have two functions. I've said this a million times. It's to hold my things and it's to look good. This does both of those. It holds all of my things really nicely, but I am gonna show you some of the things that I do carry inside of this bag in order to make it. So there's certain things that are just designed well and just in a certain shape that I find that are conducive to carrying a tiny little bag like this without skimping so much on what you're actually able to carry around with you. I have this bag in black pebble leather with sort of an aged brass colored hardware. It has two zippers that open up to two interior compartments. Now it's broken up into compartments, and usually when bags are broken up in that way, it limits what you're able to hold inside of it. With this one, the bag sort of expands. The front pocket zips open and you're able to fit a card holder and a couple of other things. I'll be showing you what fits inside of here in a little bit, so let's put a pin in that for now. On the back of the bag, you have the two D-rings to hold the crossbody strap. The strap is fully adjustable. It's a little under an inch in width. I have it currently on the longest adjustment. Eyeballing it, I would say that it works as a crossbody, but it's probably on the higher side. This is probably about 21 inches. But the bag itself measures 8 inches across, 6 inches high, and roughly 2 to 2.5 inches in depth. It has two zipper pulls on the zipper, so you're able to open it up at varying lengths, and the interior is lined in leather. Inside we have one slip pocket as well as two card slots. Unlike most of the bags in my collection, I actually got this one new from the boutique. This one came from FARFETCH. It retails for $975. Now, as we know, it is not so easy to find a fully leather bag that will actually fit all your essentials under $1,000 these days, so I think that definitely makes this one stand out. So typically I run for the hills when I see bags that are compartmented in this way. This one actually expands in such a way that it does get wider. It does get wider as necessary, and that really makes such a huge difference in what you're able to fit inside and how it looks. It has a lot of structure to it, and it's nice and rectangular. If you think back to the Celine Trio pouch bag, that was one that sort of has it's sort of a similar style, but it was made of a more softer, supple leather, and it was a bit It's a bit awkward, and it sort of got lumpy because it didn't have the structure that this one does. So this bag is going to hold your phone very easily. You can see that I have my iPhone 12 Pro. It fits in here perfectly, and it also fits a plus phone, or like the larger size of the iPhone. Typically when I pack it, I keep my phone alone in the front compartment, just so it's not obstructed or not pressed up against anything, and I'm able to fit everything else in the back compartment, and then I keep a couple of small things inside of the front zippered pocket. And so now in the back compartment is where you see I keep all the rest of my things. One of the side corners is where I will keep a lip gloss. I have the Pinch of Color lip gloss. I just really happen to like this color a lot. It's pretty much the only color that I wear, and while it is it is definitely on the taller side, it's not like so big of a lip gloss. I know that I used to wear the Fenty one. I have that one actually right here, and that one could fit in here as well, but one of the reasons I don't like carrying this is because it's so big and chunky. Brianna, if you see this, please make like a thinner one so I can carry this in some of my smaller bags. That would be great. Next up, I have my Chanel key holder. This keeps everything nice and compact and is going to protect the interior lining of my bags from like punctures and scratches and things like that. I know exactly where my keys are, and it's not going to take up a whole bunch of space. Okay, next I have my little AirPods. If I'm being honest here, I will splurge on the things that I want to splurge on, and if the item is not necessarily something that I'm going to get a ton of joy out of, like, I'm going to skimp. So these are actually like a knockoff pair from Soundmates. You can buy them on Amazon. I think I found them in a Nordstrom rack, and they're just exactly the size and shape that I need. I don't really listen to a ton of, you know, music and stuff on headphones. I don't really take a whole lot of calls and need to be on headphones, so these do the job just fine. I think they're like maybe 20 or 30 bucks instead of 200. I don't want to spend $200 on headphones. I'll spend $200 on a whole bunch of things. Headphones, for me, it just wouldn't be that good of a purchase. They do fit inside of the bag, but generally speaking, when I do have these, I will clip them onto the D-ring just right here. They stay on nice and secure, and it really isn't that much of an obstruction, and it gives me a little bit more space to play around with when I'm carrying everything else. Next, I have my oil blotting sheets. These came from Forever 21. One thing is that you don't want to sleep on Forever 21 when you get to that like knick-knack section. Sometimes it's by the register. You'll find little stuff like this. I love these. I love that the container is so slim and compact and also like hard and structured. I think you can get some of them and they'll have a mirror on the inside. This one doesn't have one, but I love having these around, and I just really like that I'm able to fit it inside of really small things. I also like to keep a couple of Advils just in case I need that throughout the day. You could go out and like buy a little cute tin or a little cute pill case or whatever, or you could go to Walgreens and get yourself a mini Altoid tin. Those are perfect. This one isn't from Altoids, but it was a mint tin, and I just really like the size and how secure everything keeps inside of it. This one just slides open just like this. I keep like any, you know, like little medicine type things that I may need if I happen to get a headache and don't want to have to like stop into a store and buy a whole like $20 like bottle of aspirin. There is a bank of pockets on the back compartment, and I have this also stuffed. Now, I've said many times that I am not a wallet on chain type of person, meaning that I like to keep my cards together and inside of a thing that goes with me wherever I go. I don't like generally to take my cards out of my bag and put them inside of another bag because I tend to forget them. However, most of you seem to have it together a lot better than I do. So there are 2 card slots here on the inside of this bag, and then behind it is a like longer slip pocket. Now, the reason I've said that this is a great bag when you're traveling is that the slip pocket is exactly the size of a passport. This goes in here absolutely perfectly, and it's going to keep it nice and safe and organized and secure. What I really like too is that this is a small enough bag that you're going to be able to like, if you are traveling, you can carry like a big bag with all your travel stuff, and then carry this while you're actually moving through the airport. Once you get like onto the flight or whatever, this is really easy to just tuck inside of your bag, almost working like an interior pochette of like just all your essentials. This would be great if you were also carrying maybe a baby bag and want to keep all of your stuff together. I also have some cash in here. Now, I have the cash folded. This is like $30, but it's like a lot of bills. I have this folded just once and put right behind the cash in that slip pocket. So this definitely works really well as a wallet on chain. However, Since I am neurotic when it comes to cards and card slots, I actually use the front pocket to carry the card holder from my jean wallet. This is one of the most mini and compact ones I think that are out there on the market at all. If you're not familiar, this is the card holder that comes with this wallet here from Louis Vuitton. I think it's one of the best things that they've ever made, and I think that they discontinued it. So I'll leave a couple links from Fashion File just because I'm such a big fan of this wallet, and I think that it's one that like belongs in every single collection. From the front pocket, I do carry this because I don't trust myself to, you know, keep my cards together. I like having them inside of something that goes with me wherever I go instead of just walking around with cards like scattered all over the place. I can't live my life like that. It's probably just a me thing. And then also another one of my essentials that I keep is a portable phone charger from a company called Clutch. Now this is a really slim phone charger. They make them for both Samsung phones and iPhones, and it keeps everything together. It's just about the size. It's a little bit bigger than a credit card. It's super slim, super compact, and the wire just folds in right here perfectly. This one fits perfectly inside of this front pocket as with the card holder. Okay, so I showed you everything that fits inside. This is how I get all of it in there. I'm obsessed with it. I think it is exactly what I needed. I bought this because I really felt like I needed something in my wardrobe that was black, that was simple, that was small, but good enough for everyday wear and use, that didn't have a whole bunch of logos all over it necessarily. I needed something that was going to be hard wearing but also casual. I feel like most of these bags around this size in my collection currently are a bit too dressy to just like throw on with like leggings and a t-shirt kind of. This is definitely a very needed addition to my handbag collection. Okay, so now we're going to talk about some of the drawbacks. Typically, when I carry a small bag, I like for it to be able to fit both my small, mini, tiny umbrella as well as a case for my sunglasses. Whenever I wear sunglasses, I never let my sunglasses go naked inside of my bag. This is a casual bag. I would typically be wearing it while the sun is out during the daytime, and I can't fit a sunglass case inside of here. That is a bit too big to fit inside of here, so I do have to go without it, and I don't love that. Okay, so the next thing, and this is like very signature of Balenciaga, like these leather zipper pulls. This is something that they have done for decades. That's a part of the signature look of the city bag, and I have to say, it's not something I'm really loving. I don't think that it adds anything aesthetically to the bag, and you can see that I haven't had this bag for very long, just a couple of weeks, and it's already like just curling because of the way that it sits on my shelf behind me. So it's curling here. It's just simply like it doesn't really do a lot, and I think that it's just going to just warp and make weird shapes over time. So I don't love that necessarily. There may come a day where I decide to cut it. The day is not today, but it is a day that may exist out there in the distant future. Now the ones on the top zipper don't bother me so much because I can just kind of move them out of the way, but this one here in the front I don't love. And lastly, this is also a gripe with the Balenciaga style and aesthetic. These hooks that they have on the clasp, they're not very easy to undo. I feel like they're a little bit like too strong. I would have liked it better if it were like a just standard lobster clasp. This one is really strong, and it takes like a lot more effort than I feel like it needs to in order to get onto the D-ring here in the back. Generally when I store my bags, I keep the straps on the inside, but with this one, it's just such a pain in the butt to take the strap off. I usually just leave it attached, especially if I find myself reaching for this bag multiple times in a week. All in all, I think I am in love with this bag. It does exactly the job that I feel like I need it to do for my collection, and being a small, casual, everyday crossbody that's going to fit most all of my daily essentials. I have owned Balenciaga motorcycle bags in the past, and they didn't work out for me because the leather was much softer and it just wasn't my style and aesthetic. The Neo collection I love. I think that it brings a lot of the same like style from the classic bags, but it's just a little bit more modern, more chic, and definitely going to hold its structure a lot more. Right now, I hope you can see this. This is the like imprint of my passport, and I just think over time you may see some type of like creasing or wear on the leather from the outside, but overall I think that as the leather like softens and, you know, gets like that use and wear and like kind of like patina to it, it's still gonna look really beautiful. I love this. I think it does exactly what I need for my collection. It's such a great buy, and I really can't get over that you get all of this for under $1,000. Remember, that is the price of it retail, brand new from the boutique. And especially if you're watching this while my FARFETCH code is still active, you can get this beautiful bag for 15% off, bringing the total to about $828. Kind of a no-brainer. It comes in a couple of different colors. I almost got the taupe color, but I think I have too many bags already in that color. I may end up going back to the well, but we'll see. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Balenciaga Neo City Clutch. I'm super into it, and it's been my go-to for daily errands on days when I'm not going to work. And once again, I just really can't get over that price. That is it for today's video. If you have any other requests of videos you'd like to see, please let me know in the comments down below. I mainly focus on the luxury resale market, but I'm happy to take some feedback from you guys. So leave your requests in the comments down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.